Hi everyone, happy Thursday here in Australia, Wednesday if you are live here in the Northern Hemisphere. I'm assuming a lot of my friends in the Northern Hemisphere will be getting ready for Thanksgiving, so hopefully you can still hang with me while you do all your preparations, and I hope everyone has had a lovely week and isn't too stressed. Yeah, my stress levels, so yeah, I've got a big long list of things I need to get done before the end of the month, and quite a few of them need to be done tomorrow, so I think that's this afternoon's job. Hello, Miss Margine. But today, I was looking for a 90th birthday card for a couple of weeks for my great uncle, and my mum kept on going, no, 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 to all these cards. So I now realise that I need to make more masculine cards, and I thought I would grab out the Painted Trees 3D embossing folder. So I've already played with this when it was brand new out, and we made some Christmas cards using blending brushes and sponge daubers. So we did that together and made some Christmas cards, but I thought I would do something different and make some masculine cards. So I have grabbed out my designer series paper to see if anything there tickles my fancy to put with this, because I really have no idea where I want to go. So I'd love to hear if you have this set and if you've used it, because it is a great set. It can be used both portrait or landscape cards. Obviously a portrait card you won't get all three trees in fully, but it's still great to have that option. Hey Susan, how are you? Long time no see. So that is where we are going. So not doing Christmas cards, but this is a sample of one of those cards that I did do. So this is available in the September to December mini catalogue. And yeah, so it is part of our Christmas offering, but it definitely has more scope than just Christmas, which I will hopefully, fingers crossed, demonstrate to you today. My paper is not in a good spot. It is right where my stand needs to go. So let's get flipped around and then we can get going. So let's see if I can do this successfully. So you guys can just hang there for a second. My computer has locked, so I do just need to log back in so I can see everyone's comments here, because that's always lovely to interact with those of you that watch me live, and I love interacting with those who watch me on the replay as well. So do make sure that you, whoops, and oh, you have this, you've used it once. Okay, you're like me, you need to break it out more, Margine. Hey Shaz, how are you? I'm coming to you a bit later, which means it's later in the morning for you. Okay, that is where I need it to be, but kind of not quite. Okay, that cord can come out of there now. See, you can tell exactly how organised I was before I go live by the amount of things that I need to move when I am setting up the live. Okay, hello Miss Cheryl. Okay, so embossing folder there. I'm going to grab the lights, and I need to grab my water bottle as well, which is just by the door. So just give me a few seconds. So me and my clinky ice water are here. It was very, very, very hot yesterday here, and it's raining now. So we have horrible humidity, and I am trying to get some washing dry because I didn't have David here yesterday to hang out washing, and I have children who need work uniforms. Okay, I know we played with this last week, but I thought I will grab out Nature's Sweetness. I thought I would also grab out, this doesn't mean we're using them. I was also going to grab out, is this Country Woods? Yes, Country Woods. Let me flick through. We've got Glimmer, Countryside Inn. No. I am going to find the one that I am after, which is Winter Meadow. I thought that might work well because we've got some nice nature themes. I'm only going to need a little bit, and I thought maybe this is the Country Lace because it has some nice just textures in it. So I've grabbed those out. Oh, my paper can kind of go over there. Everything is very precarious here. But this is, 2 a.m. Shaz. Have you guys gone off daylight saving? Because I was going to say it's normally much later in the morning. But it seems like it's even earlier in the morning, Shaz. Jeez. Well, 2 a.m. just means you haven't gone to sleep yet. Okay, I want to start with Winter Meadow and kind of, I'm possibly looking for something I can emboss. So maybe a pattern I can emboss the trees on, and possibly patterns where I've got some scraps that I can use as a cluster and then add sentiment on. I've kind of got ideas going through my head. Normally I plan the night before, sometimes it's even earlier, where, sorry, right-handed, need to turn it around, where I want to go with these. Now, this is a great pattern, kind of, a lot of these backgrounds are fantastic. I do love this one. That will be great to emboss on because you've got pattern, but the embossing would look amazing. Okay, so I've got that one out. I was thinking of an actual pattern. What more? See? Oh, I do love this one. I wonder what this one would look like embossed with this and then having some ink over it, because we've got large and small trees. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with these two patterns. I think that's pretty good. That one will be great as well. I am a lover of this paper, and by the looks of it, I don't have much left. These ones would work, but I don't want to emboss the deer. So, and I do love the grey granite background on that. So, yes, I've used this one for a number of wedding cards. Okay, so let's, okay, I'm going to shove all these packs of paper back in the front of my box. So, do you want me to do one portrait, one landscape, or do you want them all to be landscape or portrait? Okay. I'm thinking. You've actually been asleep. Do I dare ask how long the sleep was, Shaz? Thinking portrait for this one. So I'm just going to go 10 by, oh, My drink bottle's in the way. I can move it now. There we go. No longer in the way. So I've got one portrait. You can choose the other one of each, okay, Margine? I can organise that just for you. Okay, so we've got one portrait, and with this one, I didn't even check the colours. I kind of like this area down here, so we shall cut here, and then I can do like the drama of this end. So I think this will be the end that I shall want to use. Okay. So, oops, those pieces are now on the floor. Okay, I'm going to pick them up because they're a bit close to my wheel, and I would like to use these pieces at some stage. I do also love the background of this. Oh, there may be 3 cards today because I just love that background. It's just divine. Okay, so I am going to cut this off as well because I have to. There you go. Well, you're getting 2 of something, Margine. 2 of something, and then that across the front. That looks really good. Okay. See, the brain's already chugging along. Now, I may not be a very clean crafter at the moment, and I do have my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine already prepared from Tuesday. But I do not need these particular pieces because, and I did put it here, I got it out. Oh, it's buried already. Oh my dear word. Because it's a 3D embossing folder, we need plate number 1 and plate number 4, which is our grey one. So we said we would do this one portrait. I'll just move this one landscape, sorry. So I will line this up where I shall like it. So you can use the front as a guide, and I kind of like that the top of the tree is a little bit down. You're not getting all the trees, but you are getting a good amount of the tree. Okay, so bring the machine in, pop it fold first or spine first. That just puts less pressure on the spine, and you don't have as much risk of having it crack the embossing folder. Okay, so, ooh, this looks good. So that is our first one. We may do some treatment on it, we may not. Hello, Miss Bev. Okay, this next one, we're actually going to put in portrait. So I'm going to decide if I want 2 big trees or if I want the big and the little. Oh. Do you need something from me, Mr. Woodbridge? He's not listening. I think I like it like this, the full, a little, and a little coming in from the side. No, I think I want the 2. It's very hard decisions, I tell you. And then this one, I was thinking of inking this up so we get the prominence of the 2 trees. Now I need to scooch this up a little bit. I think that will do. Okay, span in first. Have you had snow yet, Cheryl? Or is it just really cold? Okay. I don't, Margine, do you get snow? Because we're living vicariously because it's bleeding hot here. So, yeah. So we've got this one. Very nice, very nice. I like that. It looks great even without me doing anything to it. And I love that the little trees are in the background. Oh, just flurries, nothing sticking. Okay, I have been thinking of you. Okay, and this one, I want my 3 trees again, just because I love this. It looks like a snowy kind of sky. No, that's what I imagine a snowy sky to look like. Okay, crank that through, and that's our 3 panels done. So we haven't, I don't think, taken too long. Someone may say, Ellen, you've taken too long. In which case I say, please watch a replay and watch me sped up. I take no offense. Okay, oh, that looks wonderful. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I need to work out some colours here. Oh, that's not what I want. If I can grab this with my hands, which I can't. Wrong one. Try again. I can see it. I think I know what colour it is, but I do want to make sure. Can slide in. No, what's on the back here? No, nothing. Okay. I could grab out the pack of paper. That might have just been easier, but you know, when do I ever make anything easy for myself? It's Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. I think we're going, oh, I don't know. Lost Lagoon. I think Lost Lagoon for this one will work best. And then I think if I am to do anything, I was thinking of maybe going white on this one. I don't know. But they are our 2 colours. Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock. So now I can put these away. We get snow. We just had our first light dusting and melted fast. Oh, really cold tonight. Are you guys expecting white Christmases? Okay, so this one I said I want to add some colour to. These 2 I'm not quite sure, so I'm happily taking suggestions about my other 2. So I'm thinking we may be smart to grab out our small blending brushes. These will hopefully give us a little bit more control of what we're doing. Hopefully. I say that with an extreme amount of hope. Oh, you're in Utah. That's right. You are too, Margine. I did know that, but it just didn't come to my head. And I had seen one of the people I follow on Instagram had left for California, and it was snowing when they were going to church on Sunday. And I just went, yep, you can keep that. Of course you get snow. That's exactly right, Cheryl. Of course she gets snow. Okay, Lost Lagoon, and we're going light-handed. I will remind myself of that. We are going light-handed. Someone please remind me of that when I'm not going light-handed. So I'm taking off a lot of ink here and I'm going in, oh my God, light-handed. So then I'm picking up a little more ink here. Oh, I don't know if I do want to go in with the pretty peacock, you know. So you can see where I'm going, what I'm doing. So I do kind of like where we're going here. Thinking maybe going in really, really lightly with the pretty peacock. Just to get those darker areas. Okay. This is my favorite technique with, especially with these type of embossing folders. Okay, so extremely. Oh yes, that just gives it a whole lot of beautiful definition. Wow, that's lovely. Sentiment across the bottom, and I think we are all good. Do we like that? I'll show you up close. And I love that the trees are in the background. Carefully. Thank you, Bev. There was no needing for Cheryl and us counting to 10. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now, I do wonder, I may just ruin these, but you know, I'm like going lighter than light here. I'm not putting any pressure on this at all. I'm literally letting the brush touch those high areas. So I'm just guiding the brush here. See, that adds just a touch of definition. Like, I'm not even getting those lower areas. I'm just gliding it across to just grab those higher areas. Thank you, Bev. I like that too. It's subtle. Because these will be masculine cards, really. Will a boy care? Probably not. So you can see here, hopefully, that you do have a titch of definition. Just taking some of this pretty peacock off and just grabbing some more Lost Lagoon. I'm going to do exactly the same thing, because these ones look like they're lost in a snowstorm. Okay, it just gives them a little bit of a pop. Oh, pardon me. Okay, so you can see just a little bit of a pop. I think I'm going to use either of these for sentiments. That's one thing I didn't think about before we started with sentiments, but I'm going to be smart. I do need to get up because my clean cloth that came out of the washing hasn't quite made its way back in here. Actually, I can use paper towel, which is right next to me. So I just spray that with a bit of water. I didn't really go off the edge. Stay. Okay, So pick that up. Not as environmentally friendly, but it gets it clean all the same. And I can reuse that if required. Great. Okay, now I did have my little piece of paper that I was going to use on this one. I thought that looked really good on there. Now, what I might do, I haven't put my pieces of paper totally back, but I will grab out all my scraps. So these are what's left, and this can go that way. Okay. I could also add wood grain to these. I could add many different things to these. So let's, oh, I've already got a piece right here that would work on there. Quite possibly I could put a flag piece on there. This is literally the pieces that have jumped out. Oh, I don't mind using this very thin. This piece would normally end up in the bin. But just that piece of grey granite, and I may end up, oh, I've got another one. I've got a couple of those as well. Okay. Okay, we are going somewhere with this. Using up all those little bits. Hello, Sunny. It is a long time. Happy to have you back here, Sunny. But I think I like where I'm going. Now, we've got to look for the, these are going to be masculine birthday cards. I did promise Mum, that as in my mum, that we would have more masculine birthdays, because in one family we have, and this is my great aunt's family, there are three. Her husband, her son and her grandson, who are all born in December, as well as her son and her daughter are born on the same day, but they are not twins. So that's a very interesting phenomenon in my family, that they are not twins but born on the same day. That's in the wrong spot. Sorry, just sorting out my stamps here. Looking for kind of a smaller happy birthday, because we want the trees to be, because if I use that happy birthday without the edges, that might work. I'm not sure whether these are too big or not. Ah, right. See, Sunny, keep it simple. So we're using embossing folder, some pattern paper that's not flowery, and we are using, we're using a sentiment. What also could work well is some twine. That could work really well. Sorry, I'm just having a look for some small birthday sentiments. The It's Your Birthday in Kidding Around is actually a nice size, and it's a fun font. So I kind of like It's Your Birthday because it does fit in a circle punch. I know that already. That's just long. They are just images. I think I'm have to go to procure, if I don't already, in my new thing. So if you haven't seen that video, I think I'm going to go with the It's Your Birthday. Even though that's pretty, you tell me, and I'll tell you what. Yeah, I've got to go through the sentiments in the stamps that I bought in my pre-order. Hey, Donna, and work out if I've got more birthday sentiments, because I don't know if I have enough Christmas cards yet. Die cut HBD, and that would work too. Absolutely, Sunny, that would work too. But this is where we're at today, and I don't really want to do any more die cutting. Well, not that I have die cut, but it's your birthday, Bev. Okay, now let's get these ones back in their appropriate sections. Because I do what I do keep my stamps sectioned off into the catalogues that they appear in. So this one I know is in the annual catalogue because it came out in the annual catalogue section. And I have made, I think I've done videos making cards with all of these, and I'm pretty sure I used the wizard for Franklin's card last year, but I have dinosaurs for him this year. You like the typewriter font. Yeah, the typewriter font is good, but I just thought possibly it was too long. But that's okay. See, it's your birthday. I can make these smaller, but it does just kind of fit on everything, and I don't mind. Ooh, am I being, no, I think I'll just use some white, just white on this, and I can always use whatever ink is left to ink the edges, because we'll still have ink left on this, which is wonderful. I love that. Okay, so I have a nice big scrap here. It will only probably be good for one or two, but that's okay. Sorry, glasses case in the way. Great. Okay, I was thinking this will fit in the 1 3/4 punch, so just, I could, Sunny, that is it. That is very true. Cutting that one in two. Please, I just should have stood up and got it, everyone. Now I've knocked over my heat tool. Okay, so how I test my fit with this is just like that, and it fits perfectly. Just excuse me while I'm here. I'm going to fix everything up, so when I go to do things later, I make it easier for myself. Okay. I don't know what I knocked over just then, but something did just, my spray bottle dropped. All is good. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay. So. Keeping this nice and simple. I think if we go for the Pretty Peacock sentiment, make it easy. Put these on Pretty Peacock card bases, and then we'll just need to make some panels for the inside. Okay. Scrap piece of paper would be here. I did not just knock over my embellishments. No one heard that. Okay. Just like to do a test stamp first, although I thought this one would be pretty good. Yeah, it just needed the first stamp just because it is fairly solid. I'm going to leave it there so the ink can transfer. That is perfect. And I'm going to stamp on the other side, and then that's 2 out of our 3 done. Okay. leave it there for the ink to transfer just because it is bold. So I did miss inking up as well a few areas, but I am not overly worried because the men I give it to, I doubt will be overly worried. No, Sunny, we don't have Thanksgiving in Australia. Because Thanksgiving is a pilgrim thing, from what I understand, it's a pilgrim thing, and we never have pilgrims here in Australia. So no, definitely not an Australian thing. I'm sure some people do celebrate it, but no, not something I've been brought up with. But I am very thankful for all of you who support me and join me live and watch my replays. I am forever thankful for the company and the support. If you guys didn't turn up and do your thing, I would find it very discouraging to do that. It's not quite my birthday yet, Sandy. Next week. Whose birthday is it? Oh, it's your birthday. Right. Okay. Hey, Sandy. Oh, thank you. I love that you guys want to keep coming back. You guys push me to do things. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking for some paper. Here we go. Bigger than what I need, but that's fine. Yes. Yes, I shall. I don't normally have turkey. Actually, my family don't like turkey. I like turkey. My family don't. My family also aren't fans of pork, and I love pork. So, they're boring. Very boring. But anyway. Okay, so once I've got this, I've got my third sentiment. And then I'll show you what I mean. They do look quite stark. Like, they look great, but using some of that ink on the blending brush just around the edges, I think will help make them more coherent with the rest of what we have done. How am I going for time? 1:42. Okay. So this is actually really, really light. I don't even know if you can see that. Tell me if you can. You probably can see it when it's put up against something else. But it's literally the ink that is left on this brush. It hasn't hit the ink pad or anything. So you can see here, it just leaving that white glow in the middle. So I can go fairly heavy with this brush now because there's next to no ink on it. Just need a little bit more up here. Okay. Oh, they are exactly what I was after. I am going to pick up that dropped water bottle. And we're going, I can see where the ink is. And good thing I kept this sitting on my desk. I just don't want to add ink to anything else. All dry? Yes, thank you, Sunny. But yeah, going back to your suggestion, I don't always, but it's a very hard thing, and I'll bring it back, that often looking at a sentiment like that, we forget that we can cut in between the happy and the birthday, or the let's and the celebrate, and stack it like the thinking of you or the miss you. That is definitely something that we overlook very often, and I'll put my hand up and say that that is something that I do often. Okay, now let's work out what we are doing with these. So they can go over there. I've got my strip, and I just want to work out how, do you know what? I kind of like that in the middle, and this in the middle, and then this all the way across. I quite like that. I think that works very well. Let's get gluing. This one I will put on dimensionals. Okay. I always keep my dimensionals together, so I always just have a sheet. This is one of the dimensional sheets. They just always stay together because they're much easier. Yes, Sunny, I was lucky enough to get a ticket to On Stage. Bev is coming as well. We are actually staying together with a few other girls. Sorry, Bev, if you didn't want that information known, so sorry. But yes, so Bev and I don't live near each other. We officially met in person despite being at many of the same events together over the years. We just didn't know each other. So we officially met and hung out at On Stage in Melbourne. But yes, we are going to Brisbane. And that is one thing that is on my list of things to do. And it is to book my flight. Now this is a little harder to maneuver because we're actually putting it on something that is textured. So I am just going to scooch this down just a titch. I think that will have to do. There we go. Leave that there. I'll put some more dimensionals on these while that grabs. Did you get a ticket to On Stage, Sunny, or did anyone else that is here live or on the replay, did you guys get tickets to On Stage? Because it's definitely worthwhile. I think they're fantastic events. I have not missed an On Stage in the last 13 years. I have missed one backstage, and that was the in-person backstage in New Orleans. Oh, I've missed other ones, but I hadn't qualified for them. And I will miss the upcoming On Stage in Las Vegas. However much I love Las Vegas, I just don't have the money to go, and that is crooked. But that's okay. We shall live with that. Okay, so I'm going to put a dot yarn and a dot yarn and just a little bit in the middle. Okay. So just really working with what I've got here. I think that will do. Pop my block back on and I shall start looking at our other options. So I don't want to cover up too much of this little one here, so I'm thinking of pulling this one off to the side, or do I put it up here? Thinking maybe up here. Oh, now I don't know that I even like that strip. Well, the other side's exactly the same. I just think that it's your birthday, because this one's quite simple. So maybe I keep it simple, because putting them down that way, they're the wrong way. Because you can't even tell they're trees if I do it that way. Or do I just use a piece of this, like under it? Yeah, I think maybe a piece of that. Perfect. Okay, so that one's worked out. Good. Using our time wisely. It did all of the lovely close to my heart makers wanted to join us. Well, they're now Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. They wanted to join in the fun as well, which I think is fantastic. New blood, new ideas, new friends. I did meet a few of them during backstage, which was lovely. They are so happy to be here with us. Now, whilst we're putting these together, I am thinking no embellishments, because we've got designer series paper, we've got the embossing, we've got the blending. I personally don't think we need anything else. Yes, I could do that, Sunny, but I don't want to cover up. I want to cover up as little embossing as not. Oh, you mean on this one? Okay, I'm going to need that paper down anyway. Just let me. You guys can look after that paper for the moment. It was in my way. Okay, let me move it back. Whoops, there we go. Yes, I do like your idea, Sunny. That is a great idea. I'm just going to have a sip of water on the way. Good evening, Miss Cindy. How are you? Oh, that water is so cold. That's what happens when you add a whole tray of ice to your water. It's very cold. And I may be that person that added a whole tray of ice to my water bottle. Okay, Sunny. I stood up this time, so nothing fell over. I've got my pretty peacock paper, and I think this piece may just work. Okay. I think my eyeballs measured this correctly. My eyeballs did very well. There we go. 1 2-inch circle. Let's pop this back. Now, while I'm here, let's see how many card bases I have. So, I have 1 portrait card base, and I will need a single sheet to get 2 landscape card bases. Okay, that can just go in there. These can go over here. Okay, so we're done with this one. We're done. Oh, just got a bit of a fuzzy edge because I think I was a bit too close to the edge of the paper, so you can get some fuzzy edges, but that was easily fixed. Yes, love, love, love your idea. But I still love having a piece of this just across the back, which means it's going to be much easier to adhere. I'm thinking, I'm just going to decide which way I would like that. I think I want it across the back. Okay, rightio. Can I tell which is back and which is front? Not really. Okay. So, put it wrong side down. Just let that grab. Doesn't matter that a bit of glue smushed out. And somewhere about, damn, my eyeballs didn't do good measuring there. Cheryl's gone quiet. I wonder if she's still awake, or is she, oh, nice. Don't forget, I've got my card tutorials as well. I do plan on doing a bumper Christmas edition. So they won't be my normal full card tutorials, but I will do a video for each class. And I will go through what I did to create the cards. And I will give you a project sheet as well. So that'll be the reindeers, it will be humble home, and it will also be decorative trees. So there'll be 9 cards. 9 cards for your viewing pleasure, and the project sheet for all. So that will be a bumper Christmas edition of my classes. And that will be, I will say, coming in the next week. I may even do a birthday release of them next week. Okay, so I've got that. Really happy with that. I'm a bit sad I didn't do that on there, but it's just different. Just different. Okay. And if you do want to have a look at my card tutorials, they are actually linked in the description box. So I do have a link to all the ones that are currently available. My Christmas one isn't up there because it's not available yet. I do like this one. I do like the lighter pop on here. I think if I add the 2-inch, which is this one, it might actually, it'll look perfect, but will it be too much? Like, as in cover up too much, but do we need to see the trees on that background bit? No, probably not. But, okay, I'm just going for it. Oh, hang on. I've got this piece. Maybe this piece might be better than that flagged piece. No, I like going in the same direction as the trees. So going in that up and down vertical direction. Okay, so 2-inch punch. Let's punch a circle. Okay. Pop that off to the side. Oh, no problems, Bev. I shall see you later. Have fun with the girls this afternoon. Okay. So everyone agreed with me with no embellishments. Just checking, really. I'm happy to hear suggestions, but I just didn't think we needed anything as such. And if there is a special age, I can still definitely add an age to this. So let me see if I need this underneath. Actually doesn't look too bad underneath, honestly. Okay. I don't think we need it, but it doesn't look bad with it. Oh, thank you, Cindy. You'll have to go back and watch the start. I did add some very minimal blending to them just to bring the trees out. When I am finished with them, I will definitely share what I have done. So kind of don't need a whole piece here. Okay, so there we go. That can go as something like that. And then, yeah, that looks great. Just that pop. And then we can go something like that. A bit of thread or twine would also look really good, but I think we have enough texture with the embossing. Okay, so I do like that lighter peak there. It definitely goes in with our sentiment circle. So we've got that little bit of lightness on the moody background. And all these little scrap pieces are literal scraps. So the backgrounds aren't. They were definitely full pieces of paper. Okay. Where are you off to?
Out to the outside.
Oh, out to the outside. Enjoy the humidity. Maybe I want to pull that across a little bit. Oh, damn. Now I've got glue to get rid of. That was bad planning. Geez Louise, this one just wants to jump around. Okay, that's better. I do just have a bit of glue there. Okay. So that one has stuck. So I just need to create the card bases now for our 2 landscape cards. Still need my glue. Still got a couple of scraps left. Nothing ridiculous. Okay. Trimmer. And score on our short edge. And go here. Great. So 2 landscape card bases. And find my bone folder. So who still has their winter meadow paper? I know it was a carryover paper, but and it was meant as a Christmas kind of winter paper, but I've used it for quite a few things. As I mentioned before at the start, I've used this designer series paper for wedding cards, 2 wedding cards I made using it. Also be great for some sympathy cards. You've just kind of got that vibe of stillness in it. You do, Sunny. Fantastic. You've just got stillness in the paper, which I think lends itself very nicely to a sympathy card. Because often a lot of sympathy cards out there are quite florally, and it's not always the wife losing a husband. We recently had a husband losing a wife, and Mum was looking through my sympathy cards because it was from us as well. And yeah, we just went, oh no, that one's a bit more masculine. So hopefully he appreciated it. There we go. So that is perfect on a pretty peacock card base. You can write on this in black pen. It is up to you, or you can put a basic white or even another pattern. You could quite easily, if you wanted to use up your designer series paper, you could put a panel of this on the inside, and then this is pattern paper you could definitely write on. So if you wanted a more bougie inside, you could definitely do something like that. Okay, let's go. Brought up. There's one. So I haven't done too badly making these from scratch, from start to finish. Going through all of our paper, doing our embossing, and then making that embossing pop a little bit. There we go. Great. Where's my lid? Though I will have a glue goober next time to remove. I'll just get that on and started first. Okay, so this one could have easily gone on a white card base. That would have worked really well, but I still think that this one works really quite well, because you've just got the darkness, and it's a little more regal, where these ones are lighter and the base pops. This one is just a little bit more monochromatic with the paper in the background. So we've gone with like Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock to match the paper. So this is the first one we did. I went very, very lightly with our small blending brush, went in with Lost Lagoon, then just went in very lightly with Pretty Peacock. I love that you can still see the trees in the background. So I hadn't used this embossing folder, which is the Painted Trees embossing folder. I hadn't used it on designer series paper. I thought, well, it's trees on trees. That works really, really well. So, and then with this one, I just went over with Pretty Peacock very lightly on the high areas. And then the same with this one. So, yeah. Okay, well, thank you. Oh, the stamp set we used was kidding around. Sorry, I was also listening to a conversation that was happening outside of my door. So we used kidding around. We used Winter Meadow Designer Series paper, the blending brush, the painted trees embossing folder, and of course our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So I really do love how the design series paper scraps simple sentiment came together to make these cards. If you require any of the products I used today or any of our new online exclusives, please have a look at my online store. If you have any issues, please just ask, or even if you have any questions about what happened today. I look forward to seeing you next week. So I will be live on Tuesday and Thursday next week, and I shall see you then. To all my friends in America, please have a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. And for everyone else, I hope you stay cool and dry and out of the heat in Australia. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.